here is Elizabeth Warren yesterday. There was a meeting in the Finance Committee for Donald Trump's confirmation hearing, Frank Bisignano. This is coming on the day of a report in the Washington Post yesterday. There have been multiple breakdowns in the Social Security Administration computer system in the past 2 or 3 weeks. There have been bigger lines. There are big problems now, obviously, because the new policy of not allowing people to identify themselves via the phone. They are jamming up the system. And this is what we knew they were going to do. Donald Trump's out there. I'm not going to touch Social Security, but when they talk about waste and fraud, and then they go in and they hamper the Social Security Administration, the waste and fraud stuff is just lies. We went through this yesterday. The Social Security Administration was so tight on improper payments that a 1% rate of improper payments, 2/3 of which were clawed back, including an overpayment of $14 in Rhode Island, I think it was. And when Doge or the Republicans or whoever you want to call them, Musk, go after the Social Security Administration and make cuts and get rid of the Inspector General and this and that, what they are trying to do is cut Social Security for people. And really, I think it's even more nefarious than that, because what they're really trying to do is destroy the relationship between citizens and their Social Security so that they can set it up to attack it. All right, let's hear Elizabeth Warren.
Suppose this same 65-year-old calls the helpline to apply for Social Security, but he's told about the new Doge rule, so he has to go online or in person. He can't drive, he has trouble with the website, so he waits until his niece can get a day off to take him to the local Social Security office, but Doge closed that office, so they have to drive 2 hours to get to the next closest office. When they get there, there are only 2 people who are staffing a 50-person line, so he doesn't even make it to the front of the line before the office closes, and he has to come back. Now, let's assume it takes our fellow 3 months to straighten this out, and he misses a total of $5,000 in benefits checks, which, by law, he will never get back. So, Mr. Bisignano, is that a benefit cut?
Well, first of all, Senator,
is that a benefit cut? I'm sorry, my time is limited here. That's an easy question, yes or no? Is it a benefit cut?
I have no intent to have anything like that happen to my wife.
I understand that. Is it a benefit cut?
I'm not sure what to call it.
A boo-boo? Is that a boo-boo?
I don't intend to have it happen, but I won't characterize it that way in case it does.
Oh, whoopsie. Can I call it a whoopsie?
Cheer up, it might never happen.
Oh, I would call it mission accomplished. Oh shit. Did I say that out loud? This is the plan. I mean, they're executing it right now. This is why what Chuck Schumer did was so stupid and incompetent. Because they're going to keep doing this. And unless we have more opportunities for people like Elizabeth Warren to go out and have these dog and pony shows, there's no way for the American public to know this. That one individual that she talked about who loses $5,000 of Social Security payments has no idea that this is happening to tens of thousands of other people, hundreds of thousands of other people. There's no way. There's just no way. This is why what Chuck Schumer did was so incompetent. And incidentally, guess what today is? It is James Carville's 30-day, don't worry for 30 days, birthday. where he advised people like Chuck Schumer, just give him 30 days. This whole thing's going to fall apart. I mean, what is this, number 6? Yeah, let's do this. This is, and maybe he just does it just because he wants to stick the knife in a little bit on Chuck Schumer. But when Chuck Schumer voted and gave cover and led 10 Democratic senators in approving the Republican, I want to call it a continuing resolution, but it really wasn't. It was a Republican budget. And basically saying it would be disastrous if they shut down the government. People wouldn't get their Social Security checks. Remember that? And now people are not getting their Social Security checks, except for instead of it being a national story, you got to dig into the Washington Post, deep into it. Or you got to watch the Finance Committee meeting, which I'm sure a lot of Americans are doing, to know that this is a systemic plan. And here we see on Greg Kelly on Newsmax interviewing Donald Trump.
So I wrote him a letter when he said we shouldn't go out, and he was right about that. He was killed, but I wrote him a letter saying, "Dear Chuck, congratulations, you made a great and wise decision, and it's really good for the country what you did." Well, he got excoriated because of that letter, because they thought I was doing a little bit of shtick on him, and I wasn't. It was a serious letter. He did the right thing, but he's been absolutely killed by his party. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he makes it or doesn't make it. I really don't know. So I wrote.
I wonder, has he called him a Palestinian since then, or was that what Schumer got out of this? I was very worried that the Baileys thought that I was Palestinian. So
Good check.
we will win. I don't know if there's enough pressure. I mean, now there's nothing for him to do. He's just on a book tour, or taking the time that he thought he was going to be on a book tour. Unbelievable. M. Bear. Should be noted that Trump signed an executive order to place SSI and SSDI payments under threat and give Treasury full power over stopping those payments from going out. Social Security disability and Social Security for those who are injured, as opposed to retirement, is always the first that they attack sort of frontally. We'll keep an eye on that. Hey folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.